Hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Vans RV-14 build. I gotta come up with a new intro. I feel like that one's getting old. Today's video is Tailcone 18, and we're finishing the right skin, right lower skin, and then I believe we're doing a little bit of systems installation. I really gotta get this thing out of the way because, as you can see on the right side of the screen here, the wing kit is also here, and the garage is full. Yeah. So I'll just blast through these rivets. I don't think there was anything really tough about these last bits, especially in the front. Those were easy to reach. As you can see in the rear, well, there's still Clecos on the bottom because the bottom flanges of those bulkheads I just couldn't reach. So those wait until the next day when I've got a friend that comes over to help with some of that stuff. But I think the ribs in the back, the bulkheads in the back, so that's the 10th, 11th, and 12th with the Clecos still in them. Those were kind of painful. The 10th were fine. The 11th and 12th were pretty tight quarters, but some of them I was able to get done with the squeezer, and some of those Clecos are in the 11th and 12th area because of the you can see a hole there on the side of the fuselage. That's the access panel, or rather the access hole that a panel will go over for access to the elevator control horn, I think. I'm pretty sure that's where the elevator control horn comes in, or like comes down from the elevator. It's kind of funny, this thing is big and it feels heavy if you lift up one side, or if you lift up the other side it's kind of bulky and annoying. Of course it's done now in real life, just not in video time. But the thing, it probably only weighs like 40-50 pounds. It's kind of scary, and that's with the top skins on. I picked it up the other day to move it from the sawhorses onto the floor because I wanted to do some quick there were a couple of rivets in the inside that I didn't like. They were a little underset, so I just threw the what did I use? I used the back riveting plate and set the whole thing on the floor on top of the back riveting plate. Oh, there's my mom and my brother and my wife. Yeah, so this was Friday the 20th then. Because Mom was bored, so we said, hey, everybody come on over, we'll go out to dinner. So, and I think later I had my mom pull a pop rivet or something like that in some part, and I'm like, hey, you can't screw it up, and it was a new type of pop rivet that I hadn't used before. It was pretty funny because then it didn't work out as well as I thought it would. I felt really bad because she thought she screwed it up. But, that's all right. Oh, okay, so here's the static system installation. They use these hollowed, or rather these pulled rivets that go through the side skins, and you drive the mandrel out of it after it's done, after it's set, and basically it's just this little beautiful simple static port. For the uninitiated, static port is just an airline that comes in from the outside of the airplane, from somewhere where there's not like pressure, like forward pressure from the aircraft moving forward, and it just tells your instruments what the air pressure is outside. Because technically the inside cabin air pressure is a little bit different than the outside air pressure. So you always want the outside air pressure to know how high you are and to have a reference point for your airspeed. Anyway, thanks for coming by, and see you next time for some top skin prep.